How's it going, everyone? This is Andy with PSR, and today we're going to be working on my father's 2013 Honda Ridgeline, installing some brand new LED low beams, and we're going to be installing the exact same ones that we put on my Corolla. Do you want to go from this to this?
Hey guys, if you're interested in the products you saw in this video and you'd like to get something similar for your car, be sure to check out the description for links to Lasfit's website and use our discount code ROYALS20 to get 20% off your entire order. Now that discount code is limited to the first 20 people who redeem it, but even if you miss out on that code, you can still get 15% off your entire order by using the discount code ROYALS.
Here we go, guys. Let's get this box opened. I already took the plastic off because I'm in kind of an awkward position to cut in front of you guys, and I don't really have that great of a spot to do so. Here are the instructions. We'll be going through those here in a little bit, because here's what we're mainly here to look at. Now, if you notice, if you watch the Corolla video, these are actually slightly different. And that's honestly the whole reason I'm even making this a video. My father just wanted to upgrade to really bright LEDs because he's always on the road a lot. But these are a different installation process compared to my Corolla, so let's get into that. And also in the Corolla video, I mentioned that when you're looking for your low beams, you're gonna wanna figure out which one is which, because sometimes cars have differences between the low beam and high beam bulb. This one uses the same bulb. You can rip this little rubber piece off and make your life slightly easier. Okay guys, I'm gonna hope that this doesn't lose focus, but I took off this little rubber piece that goes over this just to show you guys how this is done a little bit easier. So how you disconnect the connector is fairly simple. You just unplug it. It's pretty easy. Almost just like an outlet. It's pretty simple. Now on this part, it can be a little tricky if you don't know what you're doing. So on these, there's a little spring design where you have a tab, you push it in, and then you lift up while you're applying pressure in, and then you swing it out of the way. It's pretty easy. What I have seen some people do is remove this screw that basically acts as the hinge for the spring. If you lose this spring, you better hope that you can find it because you really can't get this back in otherwise. But then you can just remove it. If you look at the directions for these bulbs specifically, you can actually clock this to whichever way you want, and that's actually important because you want the actual piece here to be vertical. You don't want it to be like this in there, you want it to be like this. And just to be even more clear, you want it oriented like this. You don't want it facing like that. You want the little swoosh at the bottom of it. Okay, now let's install it. Put it in like so. And it still clips in just good. But okay guys, there we go. We got the bulb in. Now, if you look at this, and you look at the thickness of this thing is not going back on unless you modify it. I don't plan on modifying it. I plan on just leaving it as is and saving these in the box for if we ever want to switch back. But let's connect this and see how it's looking. And as you can see, if we look through the front of the headlight, you can see that the actual piece with the LEDs in it is vertical. And there we go. As you can see, that is an absolutely massive upgrade. You can actually hear the fan in the back of the LED going. And here it is with some lights off. Here's the front. And once it's actually in, the reason why you can spin this is you can adjust the lighting pattern. If you look at these three little notches as well, the one that's furthest apart from the other two goes on top. So it goes just like this. Alright guys, here it is with both of them. Now the final step that we have to do is we have to mount this little ballast somewhere, and they actually provide you with some zip ties so you can mount it somewhere. I'll let you know where I mount it. Okay guys, we are looking at the passenger side currently, and the best place that I saw to mount this was actually on the coolant reservoir hose, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Temporarily, this should be totally fine, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if maybe I can get some double-sided magnetic tape or something and just put it right here. I think it would work a lot better there on both sides. I'm not too sure if these are even supposed to be exposed to any sort of magnet, but this one I also mounted on the ground cable, which again, that was the most convenient spot that I saw that would be kind of out of the way of things. Like if you had to check the air box, or I mean, if you pull the battery, you know, you obviously pull the cable and move it to the side. There should be enough slack there to make that work. And there's one thing that I actually kind of forgot about. Let's grab you. So you're gonna want a number 2 P2 on this Husky. And if you look right here, it's kind of hard to focus at the moment. You can put a screwdriver there and adjust it. Basically that just adjusts how your beam is shining if you want to. If you install the bulbs and people are high beaming you a lot, there's a very good chance that you need to lower them a little bit. It takes a bunch of spins to adjust them because obviously they don't want you to adjust it too fast, because slight adjustments from a foot away from the headlight make massive amounts of movement at like 500 feet. All right guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful to someone. I contemplated even making this video because I was like, oh, maybe they'll figure it out if they run into it. But if it even helps one person make their life a little easier when installing bulbs on this kind of style, then it's worth it for me to make the video. And if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.